What if I told you there's a chilling coincidence, a dark whisper in the annals of music history that ties together some of rock's most famous, iconic figures, a number that haunts their legacy, the number 27. Is it a curse, a tragic coincidence, or something more? Stick around for a second, and after this quick but super important intro, I'll be right back with all the awesome details.
From the keyboard to the flashing screen, a funky vibe like you've never seen. Groovy tunes with Delta Night. Colors flash in the screen's bright light. Feel the pulse of the circuit's beat. Move your soul, get on your feet.
Hey there, beautiful and groovy tuners. Dell here. Today, we're diving into one of the most chilling coincidences in music history. It's a dark whisper in the annals of rock and roll. The infamous and not too favorable 27 Club. A number that sends shivers down your spine. Is it a curse, cosmic joke, or just a tragic mix of immense talent, relentless fame, and devastating self-destruction? We're peeling back the layers on the myth, the music, and the tragic stories of the legendary artists who met their end at the tender age of 27. From the birth of the blues to the grunge era, these individuals shaped music, culture, and then, in a cruel twist of fate, joined one of the most exclusive and sorrowful clubs in history. Quick fact for the groovy tuners out there. The 27 Club really got its name after the back-to-back-to-back deaths of Hendrix, Joplin, and Morrison in the early 70s. But it was Kurt Cobain's death in '94 that truly solidified it, making everyone look back and connect the dots to earlier legends like Robert Johnson. Pretty wild, right? Our journey begins way before the rock and roll explosion. Deep in the sweltering heat of the Mississippi Delta, with a man whose legend is as dark as his music, Robert Johnson, the undisputed king of the Delta blues singers. Born in 1911, Johnson's guitar skills were said to be mystic. The widespread myth, of course, claims he sold his soul to the devil at the crossroads for his talent, a story he reportedly fueled himself. Talk about a killer origin story. He only recorded 29 songs, but his influence echoes through generations, from Eric Clapton and Led Zeppelin to the Rolling Stones. His raw emotion and innovative slide guitar work laid the fundamental groundwork for modern rock and roll. But his life, like his death, remains shrouded in mystery, cut short at, you guessed it, 27. Alright, another groovy fact time. Well, the Crossroads myth is super cool. Most historians believe Robert Johnson was actually poisoned, likely by a jealous husband, in 1938. On his death certificate, it literally says no doctor and no cause of death. How spooky is that? It adds to the mystery, but suggests a more earthly end than a demonic pact. Fast forward to the swinging 60s and the heart of the British invasion. At the core of the Rolling Stones' initial image and multi-instrumental experimentation, say that 5 times fast, was Brian Jones, the band's founder, its original leader, and argumentably its most mystifying member. Jones was a musical chameleon, adding wild, exotic textures to the Stones sound. But his declining health and increasing drug use sadly led to his dismissal from the band in June of 1969. Less than a month later, he was found dead in his swimming pool. His death, officially ruled as death by misadventure, remains a subject of intense speculation and enduring conspiracy theories even today. Brian Jones, the brilliant troubled soul who gave the Stones their early edge, joined the 27 Club on July 3rd, 1969. Okay, here's a mind bender for you. Despite the official ruling, the circumstances of Brian Jones' death are still heavily debated. Many people, including some who were close to him, believe there was foul play involved, possibly by one of the workers present at his home that night. It's truly one of rock's enduring unsolved mysteries, keeping us all guessing. Just over a year after the passing of Brian Jones, the world reeled from another shocking loss. The undisputed master of the electric guitar, a man who redefined what was possible with 6 strings and an amplifier, Jimi Hendrix. Hendrix's innovative playing, flamboyant stage presence, and groundbreaking use of feedback and distortion made him a global superstar. He took blues and rock and literally exploded them into a new sonic universe. But behind those explosive performances was a gentle, often insecure man struggling with immense pressure and drug dependency. On September 18, 1970, Jimi Hendrix died in a London hospital from barbiturate-related asphyxia. His legacy, however, is eternal. He remains one of the most influential musicians of all time. Another legend taken at 27. You know, for all his wild stage antics, Jimi was a total perfectionist in the studio. He could spend hours trying to get one riff or sound exactly right. Plus, he wrote volumes of lyrics and poetry that often get overshadowed by his insane guitar skills, truly showing his deep artistic mind. What a genius! Just weeks after Hendrix, the rock world suffered yet another devastating blow. The raw, gravelly voice of a generation. A woman who poured every ounce of her soul into her music. Janis Joplin.
I'm
Good to see-
well tired.
What have you done to kill time since you were on my old show?
I've been working.
You really have.
Yeah, we did Europe. Went to Europe
Yeah.
and played over there about a month.
Janis was the undisputed queen of psychedelic blues rock. Her performances were legendary for their intensity, their vulnerability, and their sheer, unapologetic voice. But offstage, she battled profound insecurities, a yearning for acceptance and escalating substance abuse to cope with the immense pressures of fame. On October 4th, 1970, Janis Joplin was found dead of an accidental heroin overdose in a Hollywood hotel. She left behind a voice that could shatter glass and mend hearts. She joined the club at the age of 27, cementing a truly tragic year in rock history. Here's a sad, groovy fact about Janis. Her final recording session before her death was for a song called Buried Alive in the Blues. Chillingly, she never got to record the vocal track for it, leaving it as an instrumental on her posthumous album, Pearl. It's a haunting, emotional reminder of her final moments with us. The final cornerstone of the original 27 Club came less than a year later. The Lizard King, the enigmatic frontman of The Doors, a poet and provocateur, Jim Morrison. Morrison's lyrics explored themes of death and rebellion, captivating millions. His electrifying stage presence often bordered on the chaotic, reflecting his increasingly reckless lifestyle and the constant pushing of sociological boundary. On July 3rd, 1971, exactly 2 years after Brian Jones, Jim Morrison was found dead in his Paris apartment bathtub. Officially, heart failure. But get this, no autopsy was performed, fueling decades of rumors and conspiracy theories.
The Doors lead singer Jim Morrison died in Paris, France, nearly 54 years ago at the age of 27. But one fan thinks the counterculture icon is alive and well in Syracuse, New York. The wild theory about Morrison is circulating online thanks to a documentary out now on Apple TV+. Filmmaker and self-professed Doors.
The god of excess was gone at 27. Here's a deeper cut about Jim. Many don't realize he moved to Paris in 1971 with the explicit intention of focusing on his poetry. He desperately wanted to be known as a serious writer, not just a rock star. And he even published a collection of his poems shortly before his death. His literary aspirations were a massive, often overlooked part of his identity. For over 2 decades, the 27 Club remained dormant, a haunting memory. Then, in 1994, a new generation's voice, a reluctant icon of grunge, joined the ranks, Kurt Cobain of Nirvana. Cobain's raw lyrics and powerful delivery captured the anxiety of a generation. He became a global phenomenon, but behind the fame, he struggled with crippling depression, chronic physical pain, and drug addiction, unable to reconcile his artistic integrity with immense fame. On April 5th, 1994, Kurt Cobain was found dead by suicide. His death sent shockwaves across the globe, bringing the 27 Club tragically back into public consciousness and reigniting vital discussions about fame's dark side and mental health. A lesser-known struggle for Kurt was his severe, undiagnosed chronic stomach pain that plagued him for years. This excruciating physical pain is often cited as a significant factor in his increasing drug use, as he desperately tried to self-medicate and find relief. It was a silent battle few truly understood. Decades later, in the 21st century, the club claimed another incredible talent, a voice dripping with soul, vulnerability, and raw honesty, Amy Winehouse. Amy burst into the scene with her retro sound, distinctive beehive, and candid lyrics, becoming a global sensation.
And the Grammy goes to Amy Winehouse.
Her raw talent was undeniable, garnering critical acclaim and multiple Grammy Awards. But her highly public struggles with addiction and the relentless glare of the media became increasingly apparent and tragically overwhelming. Despite multiple attempts at recovery and a fierce desire to overcome her demons, Amy Winehouse died of alcohol poisoning on July 23, 2011, at, once again, the age of 27. Her untimely death served as a stark reminder that addiction can tragically cut short even the most brilliant and beloved careers. Here's something cool for you soul music lovers. Amy was a massive fan of classic jazz and blues legends. She wasn't just a singer. She was a true student of music, deeply influenced by artists like Sarah Vaughan, Diana Washington, and Thelonious Monk. Her unique style wasn't just retro, it was a deeply knowledgeable homage to the greats. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty, groovy tuners. While the 27 Club feels spooky, academic studies have actually shown that statistically, musicians are more likely to die at ages 56 or 57, not 27. The high profile and iconic status of these particular artists just make their deaths at 27 stand out so much more vividly in our collective memory. Still makes you think though, doesn't it? If you found this deep dive fascinating, please hit that like button and subscribe for more groovy music history. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for hanging out with Groovy Tunes with Del today. I don't have my cup of coffee today, so I'll give you a giant thumbs up. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.
Should be Why would you not subscribe?